So I'm going to show you guys how some of the workouts that I do, um, usually 3-4 times a week. So here's what I got. I transferred my mat table. I've had this mat table for probably, 11 years now. So I'm going to transfer over to this. When I started learning how to transfer, it took some time. I'm C5, C6, quadriplegic, so transfers took a little bit of time. So I guess starting out a little bit about myself. I was injured in a car accident on July 3rd, 2011, and it resulted in a C5, C6 spinal cord injury. I was told I need full 24-hour care because I couldn't feel or move anything from my neck down. So I started from the bottom. I literally couldn't sit up on my own. I had no arm function, no hand function. I really started from the bottom, to be honest. And I attended inpatient rehab for 2 months, and then I went to outpatient rehab. And outpatient rehab is where the work really started. I learned that I needed to do this for me. Nobody could fix what was going on but me. So I had to really buckle down. I did therapy 4 hours, 3.5 hours, OT and PT, and then I came home, rested for a little bit, and did another 4 hours. Therapy was my life at first. Still is. That's how I get through my day-to-day. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of workouts. Like I said, when I first started, I couldn't really sit up on my own at all, which was tough. So I first learned how to start, first of all, being able to sit up on my own, and then we would start learning how to do transfers, because I had to use a sliding board at first. So we would learn about depressing down into the mat table. I had a therapist in front and behind me. I'd scoot down the table, move my legs down. Again, I always had support around me in case I lost my balance. So I'd scoot up and down the table. I still do this just to get my body ready to work out, I guess, sort of stretch out. But I don't got no fancy workout area. This is my basement. We're actually going through a home modification right now. Home addition. So nothing fancy. This is what I do. All right. So once I scoot up and down the mat table a little bit, then I would learn how to get up on the mat table, get my whole body up here. So how I get my legs up anywhere I transfer, even into bed, I always brace. This is my stronger side, so I brace and sort of roll back, get my foot up onto the mat table. All right, so like I said, I start out usually with push-ups. So I don't lose my pants. So I start out with push-ups. That's my go-to start out. And I do modified push-ups, and you guys will see I push my feet the whole way to like the wall, so I have to stop so my legs don't keep sliding. So I usually do 15 push-ups like this. So like I said, my right tricep is my weaker side. This is my weaker side, so my tricep's a little bit weaker. But I got it to start working again before it didn't. So what I do next is I got a 12-pound ball here, and sort of, I don't know, I always call them skull crushers, but I do it with a weighted ball. And I go back. I usually do 15 of these as well. And then I'll just do straight push-ups with the ball, close grip. Do 15 of these as well. Oh, and I guess I should say, you guys see how I sort of rolled from my back. Has a quad with really not much, I guess, not full function of my core. For me to roll is a little bit still difficult, so I always just throw my body and then untuck my arm and roll through. So I do 3 sets of each, push-ups, skull crushers, and then just regular push with the ball straight up. So here is my next set. We'll see if I can do 15 today. Today was a long day at work and home. And with 4 kids, even getting to work out is, I don't usually get to lift till 7:30, 8 o'clock. So, next set. Oops. My earpiece fell out here. And after 13 years of sort of rolling around on a mat table and finding new ways to do workouts, this mat table was probably the best thing I ever got. I got it given to me. It would be pretty simple to build, but this is how I learned to do things independently. I would come down and just start rolling around on it, trying to do things, trying to learn how to get up from the floor onto the table. So this thing was a huge benefit to me through my recovery, for sure. Do one more set. Then I'm going to go to this board behind me. I'll explain that. And one thing you guys are going to see while I do these workouts is I push myself. I don't give myself an option not make it to that number that I'm working on. Alright, so this board here, my grandfather built for me. I have TheraBands on it, and the TheraBands are sort of what I use to do my modified sit-ups, curls, and also I work my triceps out here. But I'll show you, we got different hooks up to the top to do different workouts. Tonight I'm just going to show you sort of my modified sit-ups and my arm curls, how I do them. But again, limited hand function, I got wrist cuffs. With wrist cuffs, they work great, but switching between bands, they have like little hooks on them. It's a little difficult, so it might take me a second. My left hand works a lot better than my right hand, but it still is a little difficult. I'm going to use my teeth a lot. Yeah, this is one of the harder parts is switching these out. This is the real, no editing, raw video of how long it possibly could take you to do this. There we go. You can see again how I block my feet up against the wall so I don't slide. But these arm cuffs, wrist cuffs I'll say, are awesome. Then I'll scoot back. So this is what I try to focus. I really focus on my core and try to engage my core when I do this. But I also have assistance with my TheraBands. I do 15. Then I do arm curls. Then I do another set of sit-ups. And then I do another set of curls. Do 3 sets of each. You'll see I don't really take many breaks between. I try to get the blood flowing, I'll say. Try for 20, 50. Now you guys see that I'm, oh man, I use my arms like I said, but I focus on my core, and I can really feel this activate my core, and it has seriously helped me so much with my stability. So that's 3 sets of that. Alright, so those are some of my workouts. What I do next is, well, I guess one of my last things I'll show you guys tonight is how I do my arm curls on my workbench here. But also I do want to show you, I still do this on my mat table, just even scooting up and down the table. This is a big thing for transfers, for being on the floor with kids. This is where I learned how to do this. Picking my butt up. Because you don't want to, I don't want to drag my butt across the floor while I'm scooting. So I usually just learn how to press down, scoot over, drag my legs over, scoot over, drag my legs over. So that's sort of how I learned how to do that. Also, even crawling, which I'll show you here. And I'll get more in detail on this in another live, because I never did this before. It's my first time. But it's actually, I like to show people the way I do things in hopes that it can help somebody modify maybe their workout, learn how to do things. So, just show you real quick how I crawl. And I'll do this real quick just to show you. Then I'll do my curls. I actually haven't crawled, now that I think of it, for quite some time. So, I don't know if I can do it. But this is one of the workouts I used to do. Also, army crawling was a big thing, but I try to activate my hip flexors from walking. Oops. Dang, I think he's falling out. Alright, so I try to pull my leg forward. My foot's stuck on the stinking. Alright, so I try to pull forward and I can go backwards. I haven't did this. I'm gonna have to get back into that. I might have to start doing that again. That's rough. But that's a little bit how I started crawling too. So I'm gonna show you how I do my curls. You'll see how I swing my legs off. Just sort of spin and rotate. One of the big things is definitely transfers were key in all my independence. To have the independent life that I live, I had to learn how to transfer. So you guys saw me transfer on off here, back in my chair, and I'm gonna show you how I transfer onto this table here. My nice pipe in the back there we had to put in. All right, so actually let me back it up a little bit so you can get the whole. All right, so this is one of the harder transfers that I have to do because throw my leg over, it's a little bit difficult. So now I'm over here. I'll do 2 sets of 15 on this here. Also, there's days that are long that I don't feel like lifting and working out. And I push myself to do it. I'm on the go from 6 in the morning at least until 10 at night. But I always try to make time to fit in working out. Because for me, and for all you guys watching, and I thank you guys for hopping on. But for me, this is what keeps me independent, being able to do things with my kids, do things in my daily life, stay active, working. It's what keeps me going and also helps me mentally. It's a big, days that they're tough, I can come down, jam music, and just work out. And I feel so much better. I get that frustration out so much better after I work out. So, one more set. Now, let's see if I can transfer back over here without falling off. I do want to stress one thing, a couple things. Everything that I showed and will be continuing to show, I did not learn overnight. I did not do overnight. It took some time. I will tell you that for sure. But to get to where I am today, took a lot of hard work. It didn't happen overnight, like I said. And days are tough, to say the least. But you got to keep going. You have to. I learned that. But that's a little bit of my workouts, and I'll continue to share these over the next while. Just showing things I do, different things I do. My grandfather comes over on Thursdays, and we usually do some leg workouts. Just continue to keep the legs moving. That's what we do. And you guys saw some of my videos where I walk, my KFO braces. Everything is a stepping stone. I had to start at the bottom and work my way to the next. I set small goals. Today I want to sit up on my own for 10 seconds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but at first that was a long time without passing out or without being able to keep my core engaged. So I started and I set small goals, and those small goals evolved into where I am today. So if you guys have any questions, shoot me a message on Instagram, Facebook, shoot me an email, and if you guys want to see something different or something I do, different things I do to work out, let me know. and I'll continue to share what I share, and hopefully it can inspire you guys to get moving, get your body moving, try new things, and build off what you got. So thank you guys. Actually, I don't know if I have any